All right, I'm working on my second wood project, I guess. This is Forsythe Lubrication, and it doesn't look like much now, but I've got more upstairs, so I'll show more when I get it together. But starting again, I got my aluminum base plate here, um, using some pike stuff for the one building. So this is a shipping and receiving building, I believe, and then there's a lower building here with a couple truck doors and then a former truck door here that's they've just converted into access with steps. And then these guys back here are the two-story bit of the building that fits in here. So I'm going to put this against the wall. I have no idea where, but I'm not going to do the whole complex. So this will have to fit against the wall. This is the back line here. And yeah, hopefully this one comes together a little bit faster than the other one. I've made 13 holding tanks for the in front of this building. I'll show some pictures as well and just let you guys know what it's supposed to look like. That pike stuff thing is really close to actually to the original. They do have a concrete foundation underneath, so that's perfect. That works out well. What I did here was I just stepped it in with a table saw, and I've cut it into three pieces so I can have. They actually have a ramp that goes up and down to meet the back of the truck. So I got some stuff I can use to put that in. So I will put that in. And these two loading bays actually dip down into the gravel, so they drop down. So I'm gonna have to raise all this up just so I can drop those two doors down and just have the depressions there. Anyway, that's first take on this one. Okay, this is a Forsythe Lubrication Inc. or company, and this is one of the places I thought I could put it. I think this part of the shelf layout here is about 2 feet wide, and there's just not enough room. So this goes to show you what you think is going to work. It's not going to work. So I either have to make the building extremely flat against the wall in order to leave enough space for a truck to go in between here. That's where the loading docks are, right? So there's no way to turn a transport truck in there. And I know I've got a little bit extra track over here, but I mean, even if I did have just a double main line in the siding, that's still not enough room. So I'll have to think about what to do about that. Either I skinny up this building or put it elsewhere. I don't want to do the other side of the building. I want it to be a flat against the wall. So that's not really leaving me too many options. And the other one is I thought about facing the building on the fascia here, but then I don't get to see any of the detail, which is disappointing as well. So I don't know. Any ideas? Let me know. I thought about putting it on a peninsula. Yeah, this layout, by the way, is all being torn down eventually. So that's why I'm building everything on individual basis so I can put it on a new layout. Anyway, I'll have to do some thinking. All right, just so you know, there's no magic to doing this. I'm creating cinder blocks on a piece of cedar. Previously, I used a 5H pencil, sharpened, to do the lines, but I found I actually get a better result with a very sharp blade. To do the lines with the grain, you use the back of the blade, and to use the lines cross grain, you use the sharpest blade you can find because it cuts the fibers. So I'll just show you one line of how to do this, and that should be enough. So I'm doing 12 or 16 inch by 8 inch cinder blocks, so I'm using 5 mil spacing and 2.5 mil spacing for the line work. So 2.5 on the lines and 5 mil horizontal. So that's my 8 inch by 16 inch blocks, and you basically just use the ruler and do every other row. And that's the tricky part. Make sure you do every other row and not every one of them. And make sure you switch rows as well. Otherwise it won't look good. And the odd screw up, it kind of gets hidden in the whole wall. You don't really notice it, especially at HO scale. So don't get too concerned. But even when they're off a bit, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, that's how I make my block walls. All right.